This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, just about 6:53. That means it's time to get you ready to take on your Tuesday here in the Morning Sprint.
Destiny Richards is live at Eagles Ice Arena telling us about the club's Learn to Skate program.
Sydney Charles has details on the actions taken by the Memphis Police Department after the death of Tyree Nichols.
But the Arctic air is starting to move out. Let's get to Mark Peterson telling us about some warmer temperatures.
Yeah, warmer temperatures, but a little wetter weather that's coming in. Our First Alert Weather and that First Alert Weather app would be perfect because we do have some really light snow or flurries that are going to be forecasted to come through our area, and we see them trying to get into Davenport, but just not quite making it. Today's highs are going to be in the upper 20s, so warmer than we've seen in several days. We look at today's weather. Yeah, we're starting off in the upper teens, but we'll be into the upper 20s with, again, that chance of flurries after lunchtime.
And 2 more Memphis police officers have been relieved of duty in connection to Tyree Nichols' death. Officer Preston Hemphill has been named as one of the Memphis police officers under investigation. Body camera video footage shows him using a taser on Nichols during the initial traffic stop. Hemphill is now on leave pending an investigation. And 3 Memphis Fire Department personnel involved in treating Nichols have been fired, along with 2 responding Shelby Sheriff's deputies who have been relieved of duty pending the investigation. Coverage on the fallout after the brutal beating will continue on Good Morning America.
Well, violent videos like the arrest of Nichols are difficult to watch. There are ways to cope with the feelings these types of videos may bring and how to talk about them with your children. Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein says coping starts with facing your feelings and talking about them with someone you trust. It's a good way to avoid bottling them up and fueling anxiety. And practice self-care. That could mean being active or taking some time for yourself, depending on what soothes you. You can find more tips on talking with your children about these difficult videos at KXOY.com.
More than $9 million is coming to Washington to fight the increase in traffic deaths. The Department of Transportation granted the Spokane Regional Transportation Council $400,000. According to Senator Maria Cantwell's office, there were 745 fatalities on Washington roads in 2022, which is the most in 30 years.
Reports have been flooding in of coyotes behaving strangely in North Idaho. In early January, Idaho Fish and Game said coyotes were actually chasing skiers on Schweitzer Mountain. One of them even bit a skier. Last week, Idaho Fish and Game received reports of 2 coyotes roaming through downtown Sandpoint. And last Wednesday, this coyote ran into the Sandpoint Bar 219 Lounge and huddled in a corner on the back patio until Fish and Game came to get him. If you see a coyote anywhere, you can contact the Panhandle Regional Office immediately at 208-769-1414.
And we've been live this morning with the Lilac City Figure Skating Club. They have a Learn to Skate program where anyone ages 4 and up can come and learn the basics of learning how to skate. It's whether your kids want to become a figure skater someday and compete, or they just want to get comfortable on the ice. Also open to teenagers and adults too. So you can come out and go to Eagles Ice Arena and learn either on Wednesdays or Saturdays for a 6-week program. You can go to our website, KXOY.com, for more information.
Spokane Valley City Hall is in need of major repairs, and the cost could end up north of $4 million. The most severe problem is a wall on the northeast part of the building that is sinking into the ground. City officials first began to notice issues with the building when they saw cracks in the city council chamber, which have since been covered up with plywood. There are several other issues that need fixing, including cracks developing on the inside and outside of walls. The city has filed a lawsuit against the original contractor of the building to get fully reimbursed for these costs.
Sandpoint police arrested a man accused of killing his father. Officers say they were called to a house on Browning Way near Lincoln and Pine Sunday. They say family members got a call from an 80-year-old relative saying his son was getting moody and that he didn't feel safe. Police say he told family members he was going to stay in a motel for the weekend, but police officers found him dead upstairs in his house. Idaho State Police eventually tracked down his son, Evan John Owens, and arrested him for second-degree murder.
Actor Alec Baldwin and armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed will be officially charged today with involuntary manslaughter for the shooting death of cinematographer Helena Hutchins on the set of the film Rust in 2021. The charges follow months of speculation over whether the district attorney would find enough evidence that Baldwin showed criminal disregard for safety.
It's almost time to see if Punxsutawney Phil will see his shadow Groundhog Day coming up on Thursday. And thousands of people are gearing up to make the pilgrimage to Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. We'll follow Phil's hijinks live on Good Morning Northwest in 2 days' time. We're back to that final check of the weather with Mark next.